everyone, and welcome to me and my lovely home. This week's vlog is going to be on ways that I cope with my mental health on a day-to-day basis. So this is editing me. As you can see, I've changed location and clothing since I filmed that last little bit that you just saw. But anyway, I accidentally, while editing, deleted this section that I'm now repeating, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but I'm just going to go with it and do a rough sketch of what I said. But basically, I think it was just saying that these are just tips and ways that I have found to cope with my mental health on a daily basis. Obviously, other people have different mental health problems and different severities, so therefore they may not find these things useful. And obviously I'm not medically trained, so there's no sort of, I suppose there is, I've done reading about it, so there's things, research that has gone into how to cope with mental health, but obviously everyone's personality is different as well, and you might be like, that does not help me, I find that makes it worse or whatever. But if you've got any other ways that you cope with your mental health, then please pop them in the comments below, because I'm always up for new ideas. It's something that I think you have to develop as you go along and as you change as a person, and also just experimenting with different ways that you might find some things that you lot do way more useful than what I do at the moment. So please comment below and let me know what you do. So I hope you find this vlog useful, and of course please if you do, could you like, subscribe and share? That would be amazing, and I really hope that you enjoy this vlog. This is my diary, and I was recommended to keep a diary when I was about 13 or so by a counsellor, who said she thought I'd find it useful and quite therapeutic to get my thoughts that I struggle to get out of my mouth down onto paper instead. And I have found it so useful, I've actually kept it up all these years. I find that some of the stuff I write is trivial and doesn't really matter, but it helps me get things, process things from worries and stuff onto paper, and then you don't have to put them in a diary like this. I've got rid of a lot of diaries from when I was younger, because I'm not going to look back at them and read them as such, you know, that they're just sort of thoughts and random things that maybe have happened in the day, and you don't even have to do it every single day. You might feel that you're feeling a bit more stressy, or a lot's been going on and you want to get it down on paper, and then you put it down and then it's sort of sorted out of your head and you feel much better. Another thing that is quite helpful is keeping like a notepad or something by your bed, because a lot of people with anxiety, myself included, will have minds whirring around before bed and struggle with sort of the insomnia side. Even if it's just trivial things that you're thinking, oh, I've got to remember to do that tomorrow, I need to remember to do that tomorrow, but then you're worried you're going to forget about it. If you write it down on the note paper, it's there, and you know, and in the morning you won't forget the things that you've thought about, so you don't have to worry about it, because you can go to sleep and not think you're going to forget it. And then if it's just like thoughts that are spinning around your head, overthinking things, or you know, just little worries and things, you can just rip the paper up and put it in the bin, and then it's like, that's it, it's gone out of my life right now. It doesn't matter how many times you write those things down either. If it's helping you process things or just feel less stressed by getting it down, then what is the harm in that? Do it. It is probably the thing I do the most often to help with my mental health, and the thing I've been doing the longest. Owning a dog. Yes, you. Yes. She gets me out, don't you? Because I feel bad if I don't take her out for a walk in the afternoons and stuff, which is my time for taking her. Because obviously she gets really excited and she loves walks. And I feel bad if, look at your little tail go in. If I don't take her out, she's obviously looking forward to going. So that gets me outside, and that makes me feel better being out in nature, even if it's only for a little bit, and I just go to the field and let her run around like crazy, and I just sit on a bench or whatever. It really helps clear my mind. Obviously, owning a dog isn't for everyone. It costs a lot of money and it is a lot of responsibility, but I'm really pleased that we got her and we were able to get her, because it has helped my mental health lots. Plus, you give the best cuddles, don't you? Do you give the best cuddles? Yes, you do. You give the best cuddles. I know. Excuse my dog voice, but can you actually talk to a pet, an animal, normally without using some kind of weird voice? Yes, I know. You're looking forward to going out now, aren't you? Look at all the hair. Look at all the hair on my top. Yes. Tiki. What would I do without you? Jogging. This is actually a new discovery that I found helped my anxiety and PTSD. John's just, I don't know what he's doing in the background. I come with John because, oh, I'll wait here because it's getting a bit windy out there. Won't be able to hear anything. I come with John because we kind of motivate each other. Sometimes he can't be bothered, so I drag him out.
Sometimes.
Yeah, he's worse actually. I'm more motivated than him. And sometimes I can't be bothered and he drags me out.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, definitely.
No.
It's always a bit weird doing this. Just waiting for a runner to go past. Anyway, I don't think it would be something I'd find very easy. Oh, I'm not going out there because it's windy. Find very easy with depression, but I find it easy with anxiety and the PTSD, as I said. And I know I feel so much better afterwards. My head feels so much clearer. I feel so much healthier once I've done it. And we only go sort of once, maybe twice a week. And I started off doing the Couch to 5k and built it up, and I was doing 5k back in sort of April, and then I had the operation, so I stopped, and then I built it back up to 5k again, and I've done it a couple of times now since that time. And yeah, I just find it really good. So I just try and run as fast as possible. I'd like to do more than 5k eventually, but at the moment it's a bit of a push to do 5k, and I want to be able to do it a bit easier. But as I said, it's hard sometimes to get the motivation, but I just think about how good it makes me feel afterwards and how much better I feel, and then that kind of like shifts me out the door. And once I'm out here, I'm fine. And it's nice doing it around Collett Park. I'll swing the camera around in a moment and you can have a look. We've finished our run now. That was really hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We did over what I did. You run further than me, obviously.
5.
Yeah, I did 4 point something. I'm just not very good at running at this time of the day. I find it really difficult. Like I don't have enough energy because I've not had enough food, I think. It's been a long time since I sort of ate anything properly. So we're probably going to attempt our next run at night again and just take torches like we did last time and hope for the best, really. Also, there's a lot less people in the evening when it's dark because we've dodged around so many dogs. There's a dog here right now, you can't see, but this is apparently it's called Winston. Yeah, there's so many dogs, so many people, so many puddles that you're just dodging around anything, and my breathing was appalling today as well. I'm too hot, wrong choice of top. Just the odds were not in our favour, were they?
No, they forever weren't in our favour.
Something that I don't find that easy to do when I have anxiety, but I find, sorry, excuse me, really useful when I have depression, and that is reading and also watching films. And I'm very particular when I feel down about what films and what books that I like to read and watch, because I only really like things at that time that are like happy endings, that have all the lovely emotions, not all the horrible emotions. They don't make me feel sad or angry. They're not too taxing on my brain that I have to think about things. So no Jodie Pickle. Because, you know, they're amazing books, but they can make you quite sad in them. And as much as I love her, when I'm depressed, it's not a good idea. But Pride and Prejudice is my favourite book. The classics I like, especially when I feel depressed, because they are enough removed from reality today, but also they don't tend to get the real emotions for me in, because I guess we're like slightly removed from the sort of problems that they had then. And they almost always have a happy ending, apart from don't read Charles Dickens when you're feeling depressed, because that won't help, especially Bleak House and Great Expectations. Yeah, don't read Charles Dickens if you're going to pick a classic. But yeah, and you can see how many times I've read it. I've shown it in my vlogs before because I read it on holiday every year. And I do like sort of quite, I suppose, girly films when I watch them, things like Dirty Dancing, and I watch them and I know they're going to ending okay. There's no great meaty thing, and I love a good film with fantastic acting and a good story normally, But when it comes to feeling depressed, I much prefer the sort of easy films. But don't, when I say like more girly films, don't watch The Notebook if you're feeling down. Don't do that to yourself. And not P.S. I Love You either, because yeah, they will get you in the feels and they will not make you feel better. But other than that, there are some amazing, just think of a film, your favourite film. Maybe it's not even the emotion thing, it's maybe it's something else, just helps you switch off and brings back great memories, and that's why you like to watch it over and over again. And same with the books. You know how it's going to end, and it's not going to give you any horrible emotions, and it's going to let you switch off and forget about whatever it is that's going on, but also, you know, help you distract you from your depression or whatever as well. But as I said, it's something I don't find easy to do because my concentration is so bad when I have anxiety. Yoga and meditation. Now, I don't do this half as much as I should do because it does actually really help with my anxiety and things. It sort of clears my head and makes me feel less stressed. Me and John did a little Buddhism course a few years back where we learned to meditate, and there's lots of guided meditations that you can do, like apps and things, and also on YouTube, and that's where we get our yoga from. We use YouTube for that. There's also an app called Headspace, which is good for meditation too. But yeah, as I said, I don't do it half as much. I find meditation is hard to do concerning PTSD because I find that it clears my mind and lets everything else in, but it is good for stress and anxiety and depression, I think, and we really should do it more often than we do. Just being outside, like going for a walk, sitting in a park on your lunch break to just kind of like give yourself a break from the stresses of your job. I've always found it really useful, just being outside, hearing like the wind in the trees, hearing the birds. I find that really therapeutic. It's probably more therapeutic for me than doing a meditation and stuff. It is kind of meditation, isn't it, when you just take the time out to sit outside or walk outside, not trying to be anywhere really quickly or go anywhere, but just to be outside and enjoy it. And obviously, if you're English, British or whatever, the weather isn't exactly great a lot of the time, and this is something that is easier to do in sort of spring, summer and maybe a bit of autumn, but you can get some really nice crisp winter days that are just really beautiful. And I love the way the countryside changes over the seasons here in the UK. I really like autumn, the colours in autumn. Summer is still my favourite season though. But yeah, and of course having a dog is now an excuse to go out even more. But one of the reasons we got a dog is because we do like going out walking in lots of different places in Derbyshire, which is a neighbouring county to us. We go there quite a lot in summer, walking and things, just like all day. We love doing it, and it just, yeah, it helps both of us really to sort of unwind.